9, gonna be 9, gonna be 10, 10, gonna be 2, 10, 2, 11, and 12. I 2, 13, dollar, 14, dollar, 15, dollar, 15, 2, 16, 7, 8. 1, 8, 10, gonna be 9, 10, gonna be 9, 10, gonna be 2, 21. I'm gonna be 10, gonna be 10,
It's just that the numbers are way down because of a lot of reasons, but because of the drought down in Oklahoma and Texas in the last 3 or 4 years, people had to sell their cows because they couldn't feed them, you know, and so they had to sell them, and nobody else could feed them, so they ended up being processed and used. And now people are trying to replace cattle and get back into business, and there's just not enough mother cows out here. I can remember when nobody even would take a baby Holstein calf. You know, you couldn't give them away, and now the baby calves in here were bringing $400 to $600. They weren't Holsteins, but they were bringing $400 to $600. You know, day-old calves here today, and we started. I remember getting 30 cents. Can you remember getting 30 cents for cattle?
I remember we hauled up to Archie one time. And a cow brought 25 cents. 25 cents.
Yeah. And this man, this elderly gentleman was right here. We had cattle, her and I were eating a putty out of the windowsills to stay alive, and cattle were bringing 30 cents, and I had quite a few, and he'd come by after the sale, and he'd pick 4 or 5 out and match what he bought and give me 40 cents for them, and I thought I was the luckiest person in the world, and after 3 months he used up all my cattle to fit into to make packages he was buying for his customers, and saved me, you know, and that was back in the 80s, and now we're looking at the same cattle bringing $3 a pound, and so it's a drastic change, you know. We brought 34 older cows, 10-year-old cows over here last week. Had 16 calves. These cows were broken mouths. That means their teeth are falling out. Cows' teeth fall out, they're not much good. They don't get dentures, and they got to chew. And a lot of them were smooth mouth. That means their teeth are wore down, ready to fall out. And those 34 cows brought $75,000. I could remember when I couldn't have got $100 a piece for those. I couldn't have got $3,400 for all those cows. My thoughts for the future are, I see no change, because back to my original statement here that it's only 1 calf per cow. It's going to take so long to rebuild that this is going to take a long time to work ourselves out of this. It took several years of drought in Oklahoma and Texas, and if you all remember a couple years ago when all the cattle got killed in the snow in Dakotas, there was thousands of cattle that got killed because of all the record snows they had, and they couldn't feed them. And all of these things have come back to haunt us, and we're going to have a hard time getting this fixed in a short period of time. So I don't think this is going to go away for a long time. If you buy a steak, you better chew it slow and enjoy the taste, because it's not going to get any cheaper, I don't think. But just God blessed us that we live in a country where we can do that, and where we will rebuild, and hopefully it will get better. So.